Do you understand the point? I might fall dead the next minute. My decision has nothing to do with my life and my prolongation of my life, because I am not in control of it. I'm not the master of my life. Who gave me life?
You can make him longer. You can make him longer if you look after your health.
Who gave
your body? If you're sick,
who gave you and I life? Life.
Well, the parents.
So if I died when I was a kid, a baby, and when you died when you was a baby, they should be able to give you life again, right?
No.
Just to explain a bit more. If somebody gives us life, that means they have the power to give us life.
Oh, the parents they give me life, yeah. But we need to go back.
If we have power to give someone life, that means if someone dies, I can give life again to the same person who dies.
In the future, it can be happen.
At the moment, if our children die, and people believe that we've given life to our children, we should be able to give life to them again. But the fact that we cannot give them life again means we never had the power to give them life. We are only a process. We are only a process to bring them in this world.
We can change genetic things. We can change the DNA.
No. In the future, I might fly, right?
In the future,
is that what you believe?
In the future, they're going to take the sperm of the man, and they're going to manipulate it to become, you're going to choose your child, which color is going to be, which height is going to be, removed from all the genetic viruses in the future. So it's going to be more perfect for living today.
Can they give me 2 wings as well?
They will do.
Okay, so that really shows that there is a lot
if we can clone today,
that really shows. That really shows.
It takes time.
Look,
the mobile phone is invented only 20 years ago.
No, when we talk about, do you have a background?
So much progress.
Do you have a background in genetics?
No.
Right, that's why you're making that statement.
About very small. In 20 years.
No, I'm saying the reason why you're saying in the future we can have wings and so on and so forth.
My son is 2 years old. He's got this in his hands. You have 2 years. When you have 2 years, you have that. Today you're a different person.
So in the future, I can be like 50 feet tall, and I can have 5 hands, right? If they want to.
It will be happen. It will be happen there.
Yeah. Well, I can look like an elephant if they want to.
Some people are bigger.
Yeah. So in the future, genetic modification can make me like an elephant if I want to become an elephant.
But even if you mix with a other race, it's definitely going to take something from you and another person. If you go with a black person and you're white, it's going to be mixed. It's going to be no white.
Can I ask you a very stupid question?
Yeah.
In the future, if they can modify the genetics to make you like a cockroach, can they do that?
Yeah, but this is too much.
Too much genetic modification. But it's possible if it's much later in the future, right?
But we're gonna use it. You never watch the Fly, the movie The Fly?
Are you saying it's too much for now, but in the very late future, if there is a late future, like billions years later, it is possible that people can use a human genetics and they can modify it and make it into a cockroach?
Well, why need to be cockroach for?
I just want to.
Maybe cockroach can take the DNA for human.
What if I say I want humans to become a cockroach? We can do that, right? Anything's possible.
If you can squeeze your brain and put it inside the animal, you can do that.
No, it's a genetic modification. So this is where I think we need to be a bit more skeptical about our understanding of genetics.
They're already changing things. Human being already changing stuff on a human being.
Do you know there is a limit? Do you know there's a limit to genetic change? That's my point.
But in the future, it's going to be more.
No, there's always a limit. You can change the genetic makeup, but you cannot make one species. Like you cannot make, for example, a rat into an elephant.
Hybrid. You can do hybrids. You can do hybrids.
Okay, let's not talk about this issue because I think
watermelon you can do without the seeds inside.
So I can make make a watermelon into a pineapple. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Right. So
but
this is my
remove
point.
The seeds, so when you open,
this is my point.
That's the thing.
Genetic modification has limits in terms of how much modification we can make. Right. So you can breed between an elephant and a dog. It will never produce anything. Right. You can artificially produce in a test tube, but you can't make a genetic
so what
offspring.
About if your mind is going to be in a microchip and it's going to be going in a human cyborg stuff? How are you going to be doing that?
Do you watch too much of that? That's the problem.
No. This is was in '95. I'm from '77.
Sure.
So I don't think you're too old.
No. '77 is.
So you are.
No. I'm long before '77. So that's what I know. I was there in 77.
In the 90s, it was more futuristic in the 90s
Right.
than today.
Right.
Because
So-
people always believe that something today must be more.
the point, just one second. The point I'm making is this: let's not talk about genetic modification because your knowledge about genetic modification comes from sci-fi films. My knowledge comes from
but these help.
my knowledge comes from actual knowledge of
In the
genetics.
future, if you go to the space,
I had a module
wait,
of
wait.
genetics
I think
during
we
my
need to listen to
university,
each other. So
right?
listen to each
Yeah.
point.
So that's why I'm saying, from what I understand from genetics, when I did a module in the university, this is what I'm saying. Your knowledge, perhaps you're saying to sci-fi films, cyborgs, and all these things. Let's leave this aside.
but we're getting there.
Do you?
If
Do you?
somebody does have a arm,
do you-
he can still carry on,
Do
carry on his
you?
life.
Do you believe?
Even laser eye.
Do you believe
Laser.
all of this
Without
creation?
laser, also things it can be not done today.
Do you believe all that exists came from a creator?
We just over the beginning. We just know today that we got mobile phones in the pocket.
No, he's
It's too
asking you a
soon.
different question. He's asking you a
You
different
know the galaxies. Our galaxy is called the Milky
We
Way.
need to discover first to have in it's
Sure.
so small issue at the moment.
Do you know
Believe
how
or not
big
believe.
our
We need to
galaxy
progress.
is?
We need to progress.
Sure.
I don't want to be
I'm for
inside the
progress.
coffin without know
My
what's
friend,
happening there.
I am for progress, right?
Yeah.
I'm for scientific research.
You know what? I stopped with this. This one is. I'll give you an example. This one is
Aye, aye.
2019. 2019.
I'm saying I am
Every
for
year-
progress.
Okay, 2019. This is more fun.
My friend.
I know it's gonna be next year.
friend.
It's a better camera and
I,
better memory.
I recently published
And better display.
with others in a
So do I
peer-reviewed
need to
journal.
change?
So I am for research,
Do I
right?
need to change? Do I need to change?